2022 was a really hard year for Tesla, but not the way you think. Despite losing popularity, it wasn't a bad year for the company, as sales were actually good. As a matter of fact, 2022 should have been one of the best years for Tesla. But somehow, the stock value of the company was nosediving. So, when Elon Musk decided to slash prices of their cars, it was obvious he was desperate to attract buyers. The whole situation seems straightforward, but the truth is more complicated than this. There is much more to why the prices of Teslas were slashed so much, and this revelation will shock you. In this video, we will uncover the real reason why Elon thought it was smart to slash Tesla prices, and what this is doing to his competitors and even to Tesla customers, because historically, Tesla is not a company that cuts prices. So why now? Welcome back to the Millionaire Mindset. Now, before we dive into this question, take a moment and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any of our top-notch content. Tesla has a lot to celebrate. This company is one of the fastest growing in the world and doing very well for itself. So well that in March 2022, the company crossed a valuation of $1 trillion. This is no mean feat, as only a handful of companies in the world can boast such a valuation. By April of the same year, Tesla was the fourth largest company on the S&P 500, a list that holds the most valuable companies in the United States, and actually well ranked on the global stage too. If you've been following the economy at all, you would know that the year 2022 was catastrophic to most companies and even investors. The credit crunch bites hard, thanks to unfavorable fiscal policies that were spurred by the historical inflation rates most countries around the world were dealing with. Tesla was not going to escape this crunch. But there is more than meets the eye in Tesla's case, because Tesla was actually doing well. So what exactly was killing Tesla's stocks? This was a company breaking sales records, yet the company's valuation was on a nosedive. In 2021, the California-based EV company ranked among the top 15 most valuable brands, not just in the automotive industry, but across all industries. Within a year, it would become the most valuable brand in the automotive world by June. Driven by this success, Tesla was actually increasing the price of their vehicles. More on this later in the video. The EV manufacturer enjoyed an unprecedented boom in 2021 when the company sold over 900,000 units across all the models it offered. But it was the Model 3 that was the star of the show. Tesla's Model 3, also their entry-level model, crossed the 1 million units mark in sales since it was introduced to the market. This record was significant because this is the first electric vehicle to cross that mark in the world. But there was a problem that year every EV company was grappling with. It was the problem of the semiconductor shortage. It was so bad that the United States government had to wade into the situation and commit billions to local semiconductor production. Tesla somehow managed to still achieve these great feats despite the supply chain bottlenecks. The EV giant was not to be outdone. In 2022, the company would break its personal record and sell a total of 1.31 million electric vehicles, a 40% growth from the previous year. While all these were happening, other EV companies were not asleep. They were all also working hard to capture the EV market that Tesla was leading. While big brands such as Toyota, General Motors, Volkswagen, and others were battling it out with Tesla, the biggest great came from relatively new companies such as China's EV maker, BYD. The truth is, Tesla is facing serious competition, and this competition is coming from companies you probably have never heard of before. Heading the pack, of course, BYD. You see, while Tesla was actually the most popular EV company in the world, it was actually not the best seller. That title goes to BYD, a company just starting in the EV industry. The Chinese EV manufacturer sold over 1.8 million vehicles in 2022, beating Tesla by about 500,000 units. That is no small margin. That is what you would call serious competition. The founder, Wang Chuanfu, is a man who had the experience and financial capability to put BYD on the global map. He is among the world's top billionaires with an estimated net worth of $25 billion. Just like Tesla's Elon Musk, Wang is also diversified and has his hands in other tech companies too, such as solar cell manufacturing and mobile phone assembly. There is a difference between Tesla and BYD though. While Tesla produces only plug-in battery hybrids, BYD produces both battery vehicles and hybrid electric vehicles, also known as PHEVs. Their 2022 sales were split between these two types of EVs, selling 911,000 full battery EVs and 946,000 PHEVs. So technically, Tesla is still leading in the EV category, but BYD is not far behind at all. Besides, the company has a lot of other advantages that could catapult it to overshadow Tesla. This Chinese manufacturer started as a battery maker, which is practically the most important component in EV production. BYD's lithium iron phosphate batteries are popular in China for good reason. The quality is actually good. They are energy dense and reportedly good at dissipating heat. What's more, these batteries also cost BYD significantly less to manufacture compared to Tesla and many other competitors. This company is actually responsible for a third of the EV vehicles produced in China, a place where manufacturing is already cheap. If BYD can compete with other manufacturers in China, then it's safe to say they can position themselves as a global EV manufacturer. BYD, which is an acronym for Build Your Dreams, is definitely building its dreams and may become the dream EV vehicle around the world, beginning from Europe, which is currently BYD's most significant international market. While Tesla celebrated a 40% increase in sales from 2021 to 2022, BYD celebrated a 300% growth. For a new company, it is incredible that it was able to beat Tesla's sales even ahead of automotive manufacturers like Volkswagen and General Motors, which had previously made it their goal to beat Tesla. Michael Dunn, a former GM executive and an expert analyst of the Chinese market, admitted that BYD is fast becoming the Toyota of China's EV market. He stated that the fact that the company has its own battery manufacturing division and can also build the computer chips it needs puts BYD at the advantage. Even Tesla's CEO, Elon Musk, admits at a Financial Times conference that manufacturers in China may take over the EV market because there's an ongoing industrial revolution in the country, and the Chinese are willing to put in their best efforts. BYD is not the only rising Chinese EV manufacturer. There are FAW and SAIC, but they are state-owned, unlike BYD. Because BYD is privately owned, it can rapidly make advantageous decisions that others cannot. The company is also backed by an American investor, Warren Buffett, who owns a huge 8% stake in the company. Tesla has a plant in Shanghai that is capable of producing 80,000 to 100,000 vehicles per year, but the factory has suffered several months lockdown because the Shanghai region was impacted by the Chinese COVID-19 lockdowns. This had not affected BYD, which had its biggest plant located in Shenzhen. BYD is currently working in getting its vehicles into South America, Australia, and the Philippines, but it's already present in India, parts of Europe, and Japan. In achieving this deal, BYD signed a deal with Looming, a car dealership based in the Netherlands, which would help expand BYD's sales in Europe. Where does this leave Tesla? Inflation in the United States reached a 42-year record of 9.1%, and Europe also suffered the same problem. Before then, Tesla had actually been increasing the prices of their cars so much that even used Teslas had gone up by about 2%. The basic Tesla Model Y was selling at a manufacturer-suggested retail price of $65,990, which is a pretty steep price when compared to the price from other brands. Tesla CEO Elon Musk had to admit that the price of their vehicles had become embarrassingly high and would affect their demand. Hence, the company slashed the prices of all their vehicles. The biggest discounts were given to the United States and Chinese markets, with discounts being as high as 20%. The basic Model Y, which used to cost $65,990, can now be purchased for $52,990, saving the buyer $13,000, which you would acknowledge is a lot of money saved. For the top models, such as the Model S, the discount is much lower, but still significant savings for the buyers. Electric vehicle buyers in the United States are also getting tax credits thanks to the Inflation Reduction Act. The price reduction is commendable, but Teslas are still one of the most expensive EVs in the world, and even in the United States, Tesla's prices are still over 30% higher than the national average price of other manufacturers. Why did the company slash its prices? Musk claims this price reduction is because the cost of manufacturing is going down thanks to supply chain problems getting resolved. While this is true, do you believe this is the truth? And not every Tesla customer is happy. Current Tesla owners are enraged because their car resale value just went down. According to Edmunds.com, the resale value of Teslas are down about 8%. Several things have happened since the price reduction. The first is how the entire EV industry has reacted to the news. Most manufacturers are already reducing their prices in response, so this is good for the competition and the consumers. Hopefully, the healthy price competition continues in favor of the buyers, and hopefully it would encourage manufacturers to explore innovations that would reduce their cost of production too. But the most significant result is how Tesla stocks have rallied in the past month. The stock has gone as high as 85% in the last 30 days at its peak. Remember, Tesla stocks were down by about 65% just last year. Though Tesla stocks are still a huge 53% off their all-time high, the recent rally has been a great relief for the stockholders. So is it time to buy the company's shares? Maybe. You have to consider that the company has a lot of promising products scheduled to be released this year. The Cybertruck and the Tesla electric light-duty truck are two products that are causing a lot of excitement in the automotive world right now. So why do you think Tesla slashed its prices? Was it because of threats from competitors like BYD, or is it because their production costs had gone down? Let's have your opinion in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you soon in our next video.